You were the smart one, the one who teachers praised, the one who didn't have to try as hard as everyone else, the one who was told, you're going to do great things. And yet, here you are, successful on paper, but internally disconnected, watching others build wealth, scale businesses, and take bold risks while you hesitate. And outside, everything looks fine. You're sharp, you're capable, well educated. But inside there's this nagging feeling that you're falling behind. And it turns out there's a reason for that.
Look, you want me to fix the part of you that makes money, but it is attached to the rest, so this is going to take a little while.
Everyone needs a coach.
Eric has this management coach. Also coaches Steve Jobs.
That's a coach.
Yeah, definitely a coach.
Is a performance coach.
It's just money. It's made up.
Are you coachable?
Good question.
Salvete sodalis, benevenisti. Fabio here, the Stoic coach. I spent years applying Stoic principles to business and finance, helping leaders make better decisions and achieve results with meaningful, aligned, and authentic purpose, while finding greater clarity and true fulfillment with a calmer mind. Everything I share is grounded in real-world experience, both from my own journey and that of my clients. Connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll keep you on track with my free content. Now, let's talk about why high-performing, intelligent people often trap themselves in a cycle of overthinking, hesitation, and underachievement. And more importantly, how to break free. Smart entrepreneurs, executives, and professionals often build their entire identity around being smart. And when that happens, the very thing that made you stand out early, now in this phase of your life, becomes the thing that holds you back. Think about it. When you were younger, being smart meant being right without too much effort. You picked things up fast. You got praised for being naturally gifted. You were not rewarded for grinding through challenges. You were rewarded for making things look easy. And so, without realizing it, you internalized a dangerous belief. If I'm smart, things will be easy for me. That is the most dangerous belief. And that belief will quietly sabotage everything. Once you enter the real world. Because the moment something is not easy, when business gets tough, when a deal falls through, when you take a financial hit, it doesn't feel like a normal challenge. It feels like a threat to your identity. You ask yourself, if I am so smart, why am I struggling? Instead of leaning into difficulty. Instead of leaning into difficulty, you want to avoid it. You don't take risks unless you're sure you will win. You hesitate on investments. You overanalyze instead of executing. And you convince yourself that waiting is the smart move, when in reality, it's just fear. It's just fear disguised as intelligence. But it's not. It's your fear. And over time, your world starts shrinking. You do what you are already good at. You stay in your lane. You play it safe. And meanwhile, the people who are willing to take calculated risks, to fail, to look stupid for a while, they are the ones scaling businesses, making money, and living the life you know you could have. If only you could get out of your own head. That's the trap. That's your trap. And the longer you stay in that trap, the harder it becomes for you to break free. Here's the truth. Intelligence is not the key to success. It's not. Resilience is. Resilience doesn't come from being right all the time. It comes from training yourself to be comfortable with the failure, with discomfort, and with uncertainty. And this is exactly where Stoicism comes in. The Stoics knew that intelligence without action is useless, that overanalyzing leads to paralysis, not progress. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Translation: your success will not come from knowing more. It will come from training yourself to act despite uncertainty. So, how do you do that? How do you do that? If you want to break out of this cycle, you need to let go of the identity you have of the smart one. I know you have it. I know you're smart. But you have to let it go and replace it with the I am the one who moves. I am the one who makes moves. Now, here is how you do that. I want you to redefine success. I want you to stop seeing success as being the smartest person in the room. Instead, define it as being the one who takes action, learns fast, and adapts. You know, the best investors, entrepreneurs, and executives and professionals are not the smartest. They are the ones who execute despite fear. So I want you to rewire your relationship with failure. Every time you hesitate because something feels difficult, remind yourself, I need to do this. I need to do this. Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. So stop waiting for the perfect conditions. Take imperfect action. Move before you feel ready. I know your brain wants to analyze. Perfect, and strategize forever. But execution beats perfection every time. Every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They started before they felt ready. They practiced controlled discomfort. And I want you also to start doing things that make you uncomfortable on purpose. Do it on purpose. Negotiate deals you would usually avoid. Invest in skills that stretch you. Get in the habit of saying yes before you have all the answers. Discomfort is a training ground, is your training ground for real success. Because I want you to know the truth. The truth is that the life you want is on the other side of action. Is on the other side of that action that you are afraid to take. Listen, I used to struggle with this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here telling you how it is. I know it perfectly. I spent years overanalyzing, waiting for the perfect moment, convinced that being right was the key to success. It wasn't. It was not. The key was training myself to act and to take risks, to make moves, to embrace discomfort instead of avoiding it. And once I made that shift, everything changed. If any part of this that I'm saying here resonates with you, please drop a comment. I need to know from you. I'm sharing a lot about me here. And I'll greatly appreciate if you share something from you as well. Let me know where you've been stuck. I'm here to help. And if you're serious about getting out of your own way, actually, that's what you need. And finally, taking action in your business, finances, and basically your whole life. Then you can talk to me. There is a link somewhere in the description. And we can see how Stoicism can help you embrace your real success with purpose and fulfillment. Because the truth is that it's not the smartest who win. It's the ones who move. Do you have the courage to take the move?
Do you have the courage to act outwardly on what you see inwardly? Or will you die a dreamer? Will you die on the verge and on the edge and in the land of coulda, woulda, and shoulda? It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre, be normal, and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything He put in you. Just fit in with everybody else. Dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. I'm wondering if there's anybody left that's got the courage to say, after all I've been through, and all my ancestors have been through, and all my parents have been through, I didn't come through all of that just to fit in with normalcy. I have the courage to go after my dream.
Concentrate every minute like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions. Yes, you can, if you do everything as if it was the last thing you were doing in your life, and stop being aimless. Stop letting your emotions override what your mind knows. Stop being hypocritical, self-centered, irritable. You see how few things you have to do to live a satisfying and reverent life? If you can manage this, that's all even the gods can ask of you. Yeah, keep on degrading yourself, so soon your chance of dignity, it will be gone. Everybody gets one life. Yours is almost all used up now. And instead of treating yourself with respect, you have entrusted your unhappiness unto the souls of others. Unto the souls of others. Do external things distract you? Then make time to learn something worthwhile. Stop letting yourself be pulled in all directions, but make sure you guard against the other kind of confusion.